Every Minecraft mob can be cheesed in one way or another. Ender Dragon, One Cycle, Wither, Spawned under Bedrock, Piglin Brutes, Boast, Evokers, Bow It from a Distance, Wardens. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure someone else has come up with something. And then there's the mod factor. Specifically the one I speak of, the Wither Storm. This one's a doozy, I tell ya. It's literally unkillable after its third phase. And in its third phase, it has infinite healing. As does it in every other phase before then. You can only kill it by taking out the command block. Or can you? Alright, as you see past me is currently readying to use the Gravity Tower strat, alternatively known as the Propulsion Tower strat or the Hover Tower strat. I made up all of those names. So basically there's two things you need for this. One is to be directly below the Wither Storm in a way that you're in its blind spot, that way it can't get you because you're directly below it. And the second thing you need is a lot of blocks, and I mean a lot of blocks. Multiple stacks, 2.5 at least. Though, the more blocks you have, the more you might be able to suppress it. And I say suppress it because it's more of a temporary strat. The strat I'm going to show after this is going to kill it. But this one right here is definitely more of something that'll pacify it for a certain period of time. Now the thing is, the Wither Storm always wants to be ahead of the player, so that it doesn't have to use its tentacles, because it's not programmed to use its tentacles unless you're inside of the belly of the beast. But it also needs to be able to suck you up with this tractor beam, and it just generally wants to be ahead of all the blocks in the ground in general so that it doesn't collide with anything. So because of that, it tries to stay significantly above all blocks in the Minecraft world, assuming they're directly below it. So if you go directly below it into its blind spot so that it can't suck you up, and there's nobody else on the server or anywhere nearby that's causing it to move positions, try and go somewhere else, screw with you, so that you stop being in its blind spot, which, by the way, yeah, this works better if there's nobody else in the Wither Storm's range, then it'll just be pushed up further and further the more blocks you place. Now, I said 2.5 stacks minimum earlier. Clearly, looking at the footage again, it's going to be a lot more than that. But basically, when you tower up like this, pushes the Wither Storm upwards in a way where it can't reach you on the ground. It can't reach you on the ground because it's being pushed upwards by the stone tower. So, once I'm done expending this last block I have, you'll notice that the tractor beams can no longer reach the ground. It's still going to, this might have happened already, I can't tell you. I think that the tractor beams already can't reach the ground. Yep, I've noticed that, and now I'm jumping off. Yes, the tractor beams cannot reach the ground once you push it up this high. I was really hoping to make it to the water, but then I couldn't. And now, as you can see, it is stuck in the air, and all of its tractor beams are also stuck in the air, and it can't leave until you either remove the tower or move away. If there's no player in its general vicinity here, then it's just simply going to move in front of the tower, and then it's going to start lowering down as it does so. So, like I said, this is really more of a temporary solution, because the Wither Storm here can still be a threat. Luckily, I know more than just a way to suppress it for a bit. Alright, for the double fuck bomb strat, which I named it simply because haha F-bomb joke funny, you're gonna need 2 Formida Bombs, 1 TNT, and a flint and steel to light the TNT. Now, of course, you could argue that since you need a second Formida Bomb anyway, you might as well just get the command sword, but the portal takes a while to form on the Wither Storm's head once he gets Formida Bombed, so I feel like that this would just be a much more efficient option. Now, the first thing you need to do is you need to light the Formida Bomb, the first one, obviously, and use it to destroy the Wither Storm, as per usual. However, the second Formida Bomb will be used for something a bit more sinister. In my actual Wither Storm video, I tried doing this strat, but then Serial messed it up, but I think I was going to do it wrong anyway, so for this one, first, of course, you need to wait for the first Formida Bomb to go off. I'm just watching the thing right now, right here. I don't actually see it being sucked up by any of the tractor beams. But of course, soon it will be, and it will go off, and the Wither Storm will be knocked down. Now, of course, you can't use the command sword on the Wither Storm while it's been Formida Bombed for some reason. The command block is just immune to it unless you're in the belly of the beast. No one knows why. Same thing happens if you just try and ignore the command block and just go along with your day. It'll just get up eventually if you don't trigger it. But if you trigger it, and then while it's being triggered, a Formida Bomb explodes at that exact moment, a second Formida Bomb, then it'll fall back down again, while thinking it's up. So the tractor beams won't work, the Wither Storm won't be moving around, it won't be sucking up anything, but the health bar will still be there, and the game will think it's active, but it's not. Now, of course, you need to get the Formida Bomb to explode at the exact right moment for this to happen, and unfortunately, the Formida Bomb typically takes a while to explode, even if you light it with flint and steel first, so it'd be hard to get this exactly right. That is what the TNT is for. If you have an extra piece of TNT, and if you blow it up on the Formida Bomb will blow up instantly, similar to how if you put a TNT next to a TNT. Now, of course, you will want to have the command block be active while you're doing this, just being activated. As you see, I just turned on the TNT and I'm doing this. Now, of course, this is probably going to kill you. Yep, as seen right there. So you might want to have a bed nearby. Of course, I did not have a bed, so now I have to go TP to the Witherstorm's corpse. But as you can see, the 3 shards of the Witherstorm are doing absolutely nothing. They are completely and utterly pacified at the moment. It's lying on the ground. It has the thing up top. There's the wither ring around the sky, you can see. And the command block is no longer exposed, because it thinks it's awake. But, of course, the Witherstorm's jaw is slanted, its tractor beam isn't working, it won't give you wither sickness. I don't think it'll give you wither sickness. And it just cannot attack you at this point. It's just a big old hitbox in the middle of the ground. You also can't run around on it because of this. It's just a Witherstorm corpse. It's collidable, but it's not block collidable, it's enemy collidable, so it'll just push you away. But of course, what would you do now? There's no more withered flesh anywhere, now that's not giving anything wither sickness. So, how do you cure your wither sickness now? Because the Witherstorm's still technically alive. For this, we're going to Cheese Strat 3. Now, the third cheese strat, it's not about the Witherstorm at all, it's about the wither sickness effect you get from the Witherstorm. Behold. It's basically just a speedrunner death reset. Don't do it if you are on hardcore mode, and obviously you're going to lose a lot of XP from doing that. Alright, that is it for this video. I was also going to do a bit on how to defeat the Witherstorm much easier when you're actually inside its belly. But I have not really developed that strat much yet. I'm not very good at it. It's very hard. It's probably not going to happen. But I really hope you enjoyed what you did get. And also, please subscribe. This video is mostly just a holdover for the Calvania 3. I'm making another Calvania episode. So, until then, toodaloo. Did I seriously just say toodaloo?